Hi everyone, it's a ticket to Christ. Thank you for tuning back in. We are still in the Rest for the Weary series, Isaiah chapter 40, verses 29 through 31. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increaseth strength. Even the youths shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall walk and not be weary, and they shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. Okay, so what is standing out for you in verse 29? What do you understand by that? He gives power to the faint. To them that have no might, he increaseth strength. What does that mean to you? What are you getting from that? I think of that's when we need it. That's when we need strength. If you already have strength, you're not going to need it. I think of that scripture when Jesus talked about blessed are the poor in spirit, right? And so I think of that when there's a deficiency in us, when we understand our need for him, he is able to provide us with the power. I think of something that you plug into a socket and it plug into an electrical outlet, and that gives it the charge. So I think of just making sure that we're plugged in to the Lord, and that we're not, drifting off into the flesh somewhere. That's what I'm getting from that. I don't know what you're getting when you see that. It says, to them that have no might, he increaseth strength. And so I think, he's speaking to people who see their need for him, who understand their need for him. And we've all, been in a place whereby we feel extra needy. And then sometimes we feel like really strong spiritually. And other times we feel like, what, Lord, I just need you. I need your strength. This is hard, So it says God gives us that strength that we need in those times when we're faint. And it talks about it's a spiritual strength, not physical, because it's saying even youth grow faint and weary and young men can fall. So it's not about being physically fit, it's about spiritually being anchored and waiting for the Lord. That's who's going to turbocharge your life. And it talks about how he's going to do it in verse 31. Those who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength, right? And how? They mount up with wings as eagles. Now, that is an interesting illustration there. What do you see? I see, because when you think of an eagle, you think of just a majestic bird that soars high above everything. An eagle, the saying eagle eye, right? They can see from very far. So they have clear, good vision. They're powerful birds. They can swoop down and just pick up an animal, even from the water. These creatures are very powerful. And so God gives us just incredible strength to soar above the situation, to rise above it, to climb above it, right? Running and not be weary. When we physically run, we can burn ourselves out. It doesn't matter how fit you are, you get tired. But it's saying once you're relying on God for your strength spiritually, you're not going to burn out. You will run, you will, walk, you're not going to faint. You will run, you're not going to be tired. And so you'll be able to go the distance in your spiritual walk because you're waiting on the Lord. You're waiting and you're looking to him to renew you and to renew your strength. So that's what I get from this, that, this is how to wait, to rest in the Lord. It's waiting for him. It's the promise here is that, in waiting for the Lord and getting your strength from him, God will empower you and enable you to soar above whatever the situation is, high above it, and to have, the perception and the understanding that you need for what you're faced with, and give you the ability to endure, run and not be weary, and walk and not be faint. and that God gives power to us when we're in times of need, when we're in spiritual need, or we're feeling world weary or drained, or there's a situation that's coming up that we feel like overwhelmed by or not able to cope with. God is able to give us the strength. He's able to empower us to rise above it and to soar above it. So that's what I got from it. I hope that you got your own insights too, and that you're having an amazing journey, beloved. Take care. Bye-bye.